Hello, Linda from Linda Active here and cute little Minnie in her box bed. Cara, today is your workout. Thank you so much for writing in. You requested an upper back workout with some single arm rows. You wanted moderate weight and you wanted some band work. So we're going to deliver all of that to you today. What you will need is a moderate resistance band, so like a medium tension. If you don't have one of these, you can definitely do it with just some light hand weights. Or if you have some leggings or anything that's a little bit stretchy, even a towel or a belt, you can use that. We'll be doing 5 rounds of band work at the very end, so you won't need that to start with. Then I've got some moderate weights. Mine are 2.5 kilos, which is just over 5 pounds, and 5 kilos, which is just over 10 pounds. And you need a chair. We're going to get started with some weightless exercises just to heat up through the upper back, and then we're going to move into moderate weights and slightly heavier weights, and there will also be a floor component to each round. We're going to do 3 rounds of 5 and then finish on the mat with the band. Are you ready? The first exercise, we're going to have our shoulders down and back, tummies are in, knees are soft, arms stretched out to the side, and we're going to pull our elbows behind our back, kissing our shoulder blades together. Okay, I'm pressing start on the timer. Come into place with me, shoulders down and back, arms out wide, and start squeezing behind. So you want to make sure you've got a nice tall posture here, pushing your shoulders away from your ears and squeezing those elbows behind your back, warming everything up. It's emphasis in, squeeze and squeeze. Deep breaths here. Our upper back muscles are large muscle groups, so we're going to have to work them. We're doing 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. But if you want to work through the rest, just keep doing the previous exercise, and I'll always demonstrate the next one during those 10 seconds. Keep going. We're going to pick up our lighter weights next. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to pick up your lighter weights, and you're going to come up, and you're going to pull down and behind. So it's very similar, pull down and behind. Okay, come with me, pull. And it's up, and it's pull and squeeze those shoulder blades together once again. And it's pull. Up, widen your stance if you prefer it. And so you really want to stop for a second there and squeeze those shoulder blades together at the bottom, up. And it's squeeze them back. Now I've got my palms facing at the moment. We will be working a lot with different wrist rotational angles because that's going to make a big difference in hitting the back from all different angles. So up, bit of shoulder work here as well. Nice bonus for you, and squeeze behind. Deep breath. 1 more. Okay, so now the single arm row. You only really need one of the heavier weights. I want you to put your hand on here and just row up. So starting with whichever arm, row up. Now make sure your chest and shoulders and hips are square to the floor. Once again, it's up and hold for a second and down. Up and hold for a second and down. And squeeze. Try to keep your back really flat and try not to open and close your shoulder like this. Keep everything else stable. You're just moving that arm up and squeeze. You should feel a bit of bicep here as well when you hold that weight up to the shoulder. Can you feel that? And down. Really push out of that other hand. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're just going to switch sides. Exactly the same thing. I'm just going to switch my chair. You don't need to. So once again, flat back and start to row. So once you see the exercise, I want you to look at the ground in front of you, trying to maintain nice alignment from the top of your head all the way down to your tailbone. Make sure your weight is in the heels and you're pushing away with that hand that's on the chair. And remember your bicep at the top there, squeeze and kissing those shoulder blades together. Use your breath, breathing out on the exertion. Breathe in and all the way up. And of course, upper back is a large muscle group, so you can go a lot heavier. And if you're going heavier, slow it down a bit. Okay, so now we're coming to the mat. You're coming into a modified push-up position with your hands under your shoulders. And we're gonna do scapular retraction. So drop and push away. Drop and push away. So it's like you're allowing yourself to slouch and then push your back up strong. If you want to do this on your toes, do it on your toes. But because Cara wanted a more moderate intensity workout, we're going to do this one on our knees, down and push. So slouch and correct. Slouch and correct. Try to keep your elbows towards the back. Don't let them flare out. 10 seconds. Slouch and up. 6, 5, 4, 3. Standing up again. And 1. Nice job. Okay. Stand up again. We're doing another weightless exercise. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 up. Now I want your palms facing the ceiling and then overhead. So pull, pull, pull up. It's as if you're pulling something heavy from the ceiling and pulling it down. 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 up. Deep breath at the top. Up. It's really deliberate. And you are really squeezing every part of your arms. It's not just for your upper back, this one. You're making a big bicep by clenching your fist. Up. 2, 3. Create your own resistance by pretending you've got heavy weights or even a heavy band. Light weights again next. 3. Up. Nice job. Grab those weights. Okay, we're going to come into a rotational move. Palms are up, it's out and then back in. So out to the side, out and in, rotate side, out and in, rotate front. So once again, I need your shoulders away from your ears, long neck, and that same squeezing your elbows behind your back. So that's the same feeling again, and in. Out and in and front. Are you starting to feel things yet? Starting to feel some heat in there, Cara? I hope I'm doing enough for you. I hope this is what you wanted. Some nice burn in that upper back, as well as some bonus arm work. And of course, core stability is always a good sign now, or a good thing. So we're going to go back to our single arm rows. But this time we're going to have palm facing towards the back. Okay, so we had palm facing in and now palm facing back and slightly wider out to the side. So once again, push away from that chair with the other hand. Focus on the floor in front of you, keeping your neck long, and blow out as you come up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Weight is in the heels, tummies are in. Really trying to keep your chest and shoulders and hips square to the floor. Do not pull up and twist through the shoulder. Everything remains still apart from that moving arm. And it's up. And it's push up. Or pull up, I should say. Pull up. And a few more. Come on. 3, 2. And last 1. Nice job. Same thing other side. So the rotation of the palm makes a big difference. So your palm is to the back and it's a wider grip. So you're coming out to the side. Up. Stick your butt out to the back wall. Slight bend in those knees. You really have to fire your core here in order to stop you from rotating. Really push into that hand on the chair and try to keep your arm nice and straight. Gives you some extra stabilizing work through that arm. Breathe out at the top, breathe in at the bottom. Really powerful at the top. Up. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, come down to the mat with one of your heavy weights. We're going to do a pull through. So keep it to the side and pull it through. Keep it to the side and pull it through. So you want it to be wide. Back in place. Pull, out, back in place. So this is core, but you're also using your upper back and across. If this is too much, come down to your knees. Once again, chest is square to the mat. You're twisting a little bit, but you are trying very hard to keep everything else as still as possible. Come on. And pulling out. The further across you pull it, the harder it will be for you to get it back. So back up, people. Deep breath. So I'm getting my heart rate up for sure. Okay, ready? Pull down, pull down, pull down. Fast ones. Maybe extend through those fingertips. Maybe you want to get some core in by bringing your hips side to side as you pull those elbows behind. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now both. Pull down, pull down, pull down. Really fast. Maybe you're still doing the hips. Really fast. Burning it out. This is the last exercise, standing without any equipment. Come on. If you prefer the single side or the alternating, you can do that. Medium weights again next. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to do some bent over flies. So we're going to go one side, other side, both, then palms to the front. So one side, flat back, other side, both palms facing, palms to the front. Again, doesn't matter which side you start, other side. Nice bent knees, palms to the front. Tummies are in, backs are flat, both, and both. If it's too much, you can bend your arms here and do it with a smaller range of motion. But if you can, just go slower maybe and try to get a few with the extended arms. Up. Last time, one side. Okay, back to the rows. Back to the first arm. Guess what? Palm facing front this time. So, same thing. Row with your palm facing front. So we faced in like this, then we faced back. Now we're facing front. Your arm is close by your side and you're almost tapping the weight against your rib cage each time it comes up because you are feeling your bicep at the top and pinching your shoulder blades together so that arm is coming all the way up. All the way up. It's slightly angled forward and down, up and back. Come on, push and pull. So think about pushing on the way down, pulling on the way up. Keep everything else nice and stable. And other side. This is the last single arm row exercise. You wanted single arm rows, Cara, and I gave you 3 lots. So I hope that's enough. Are you ready? Pull. Palm facing front. Pull. Weight is in the heels, nice soft knees. Look in front of you, long neck. Push out of that hand on the chair. Only you know how powerful that pull-up is. It needs to really be powerful, and you need to squeeze at the top there. Squeeze your bicep a little bit. Your arm is close to your body. Do you see how I'm bringing my weight up and it's actually touching my rib cage each time? Come on. Up and up. Up and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, don't need the chair anymore. Come back down. We're going to do a renegade row on our knees. So pull up, in front, change hands, pull up. In front, change hands, pull up. If you want to do it on your toes, do it on your toes. You are trying to keep your body as stable as possible. You go at your own pace, and if you need to use the lighter weight here, you can. All the way up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your shoulder blades. Last exercise with the weights. Then we're grabbing our band. And I'm not going to say it's going to get easier, but at least it's on the mat, hey? Up. Up. Or you're down here. 2 and 1. Okay. Lose your weights. Grab your band. We're going to put it underneath our feet. And we're going to cross it over. Choke up. And then, whoops, pull to the back. Pull. So it's that same rowing action. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Extending fully. And then squeezing and pulling. If you want to engage your abs a little bit more, come further back. And this position here means you have to use your core so much more. Pull. Come on. We're going to do single arm next with the bands. It's actually going to be tough, people. Come on. Squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to keep my band around the furthest foot and the front hand. And we're going to pull. Now do an underhand grip. So your palms facing that way. And pull and in. Pull. Okay, so now I want you to pull. Release a tiny bit. Release a tiny bit. You're never fully releasing. See how I'm going behind and staying just a tiny bit in front of my waist. I'm still leaning back, but if you prefer to be more upright, you can do that. I just want a bit more core work. Is this arm getting sore? Make sure you're keeping your elbow close by your rib cage. Come on, you can do it. The last 10 seconds, we're going to pulse it out. So pull, release a little bit. Pull, release a little bit. Okay, you ready? Pulse, pulse, pulse. Come on, 10 seconds. Come on, you can do it. Breathe, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Other leg. So, holding it opposite arm. Holding it so that your palm is facing that way, and pull. And pull. And pull. So really nice upright back. See how I'm not rounding? I'm staying nice and straight. You can be here, or if you want to, you can hinge back with me to use those abs a bit more. This other leg doesn't really matter so much what you do with it. If you prefer to keep it flat, you can. If you need to choke up, if you're not feeling it as much on this side, please choke up. You know we don't have much left. 2 more rounds after this one. Okay, 6 seconds and we do the pulses. Tummies are in. Pull. You're only releasing a bit. Are you ready? 10 seconds of pulses. Come on. Shoulders away from the ears. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay. Now, up to you. If you want to double up your band and make it extra hard, or just single, we're just going to pull down behind and in front. Pull down behind and in front. So more emphasis back. Now if you need to choke up because it's not hard enough, pull down and squeeze the shoulder blades in front. Pull down behind and in front. I'm going quite fast, so if you prefer to slow it down a bit, you definitely can. Long neck, shoulders away from the ears. Come down low with that band at the back. I want you to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last 10 seconds, we're pulsing it back here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay back here and pulse, 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 pulse. Pull and pulse, pull and pulse. Come on. pulse and pull and pull. Pulling out, pulsing down. 3, 2, 1. Guess what? Last exercise is lying on your front. And we're doing Superman. Maybe you want to double up. Maybe you want to keep it single. Arms in front. Everything up and out and down. Pull everything up and pull out on the band and down. It's up and pull out and down. Now I'm lifting my legs, squeezing my butt, but if you prefer just to do this and leave your legs anchored, you can. Up and out, knowing this is your last exercise. I'm asking you, and Cara is asking you, to give me your all, because 20 seconds of your life is nothing, right? But if you pull, 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 and you squeeze, 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 I promise you're going to feel something tomorrow. Down, up and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Down, up and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on, one more. Down, up and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And you are done. Nice job coming back into child's pose. Deep breath. Maybe wiggle around here a little bit. Put one arm under and just lean over that arm. I'm not going to do a proper stretch here, just giving you a little bit of relief. And if this is your last workout, then go ahead and do the stretch on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, add on another one of the viewer workouts or some of the other sample workouts I have on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much, Cara, for this fabulous idea. I never would have really thought of doing a just back workout using all the different equipment, so it was new for me as well. I hope it was what you wanted, and I was so happy to make it for you, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye for now.